So today I visited a fish farm where a young guy is rearing his fishes inside old GP tanks. Yes, inside these old GP tanks you are seeing here, this young guy is rearing his fishes, and he also has a old tarpaulin which he got from a friend. So today I want to be interviewing him and let him tell us his journey, how he was able to start up this is fish farm inside these old GP tanks. So when I tell you guys that there are some farming ventures you can start with as little as you have, you can start up some farming business. So here is a fish pond, here is a fish pond, and here is another fish pond here. These 3 tanks are being owned by one guy. He just started his fish farming business inside these 3 tanks here. And as you guys can see, what he put under there are tires. That is what he used to keep them. He started them inside tanks, and before you know it, he will start making a lot of money and start expanding. So I'm going to be meeting up the owner of this farm, so that he's going to be talking to us how he was able to start and how he's running this his fish farm. So come with me as we meet the owner of this fish farm. So what inspired you to go into fish farming?
Okay, generally there's this. Normally we talk about reduce, recycle, and reuse.
Okay.
As you can see here, these tanks, these GP tanks, were condemned GP, which we were using initially for water reservoir.
Yeah.
So as you can see, some of them were condemned.
Yeah.
And instead of just throwing it away,
Yes.
I thought, okay, why not start a fish farm with this?
Okay.
Then after some time, a friend of mine wanted selling his collapsible pond.
Yeah.
And I was like, oh God, I feel this is you calling me into the business officially.
Yeah.
I have 2 GP, and then I now have a collapsible pond. Do I have another one which I haven't mounted yet? So with that, I saw that okay, this thing can be done easily. Okay, before you know it, I was in the business.
Oh, okay. So how many fishes did you start with?
I started with 200 the first time.
Okay.
Started with 200, and then as I grew in the business, I saw that okay, yeah, I learned my do's and don'ts.
Okay.
Right now, this is 1,000.
So the first 200, did you lose anyone? Did you make mistakes?
Yes, the first 200 was more like a learning process.
Okay. Okay.
I learned the corrections which I'm applying to the current set. Out of the 200, I got at maturity. At least I had over 180.
Oh, okay. So you lost basically like 20.
Yeah, about 20.
Okay, so were you able to sell them off?
Yes, market for fish is not a problem at all.
Okay.
The demand is high.
Okay, so how do you sell? You sell them in kg or per one?
You sell in kilo.
Okay.
You sell in kilo. A kilo of fish right now costs between 1,500 to 1,800, depending on who's buying.
Okay, so what do you feed them on?
Concentrate. They have formulated feed.
Okay.
For fish.
Okay.
Yes.
So a bag of it, is it expensive as the poultry one?
It's comparatively expensive. I would say it's more expensive compared to poultry feed, because a bag of fish feed is about 15 kg, while a bag of poultry feed is about 25 kg.
Okay.
And that bag of fish feed can cost between 9 to even 20,000, depending on the brand of feed.
Oh.
Yes.
Oh, okay. So how many times a day do you feed them?
I feed them 2 times a day.
Okay, right from when they're small to maturity.
At when they were small, I feed them 3 times a day.
Okay.
At maturity, I feed them 2 times a day.
Okay, so how often do you need to be changing their water?
It depends on the number of fish you have in the pond.
Okay.
Because the more fish you have in the pond, the more often you will have to change the water. But most time I change, say, every 2 to 3 days.
Okay, you change it every 2 to 3 days.
Yes.
So how long does it take one of them to get to maturity?
Yes, from the juvenile stage, it takes about 4 months.
4 months to get to maturity. Do you give them any medications?
They are boosters though, which multivitamin you can add to the feed. But this particular cycle, just feed, no medication.
Only feed alone.
Yes.
So what is like your daily routine when you come to your fish pond?
The daily routine, coming to the fish pond, on days you don't change water, just feed them in the morning, you go back, then in the evening you still come back and feed them. That's just it. And it's I would say fish farming is one aspect of farming that has very, very minimal stress.
Okay.
Very, very minimal stress.
Okay.
Yes.
Compared to?
Compared to poultry, compared to any livestock farming, poultry in particular is very, very stressful. Talk about fish farming, you don't need to that stress of changing their litter, as compared to in poultry farming. Like now you have an outlet, you just open up, the water pours out, and then you connect your hose and fill back the water.
Okay.
Very less stress.
Okay, most times I heard something like maybe fish do eat each other or something like that.
Sure, they do. It happens.
So how do you control that?
It happens. One of the reasons why you have such case, it's overcrowding.
Okay.
And to curb a situation or to control a problem, you have to look for the solution.
Okay.
And one solution for overcrowding is to reduce the number. So once you've curbed that problem, you've given solution to the issue of overcrowding. Eating themselves won't really be an issue.
Okay.
It has reduced. You
Okay.
reduce that drastically.
Okay, so for each of these ponds here, like how many fishes are inside?
Over here we have close to about 200 here.
Okay.
About 300 there, and roughly 500 in the collapsible pond.
Okay, how old are all of them? How old are they
All
now?
of them are the same age. They are about 3 months plus. What we do from time to time, we sort them and categorize them into sizes. The bigger ones are in that pond,
Okay.
Followed by the other pond, and then this pond. This sorting enables them grow uniformly.
Okay.
Yes, it allows them grow uniformly, because when you just have all of them together, both the ones that are very tiny and the ones that are very big, there's competition for the limited space, feed, and whatever you have for them. So at the end of the day, some of the small ones don't feed enough. There's this survival of the fittest.
Yeah.
So you try to reduce that aspect.
Okay. So anyone who invests in fish farming can get his return in investment back after like 4 months.
After 4 months, yeah.
Okay. I think that will be all. So guys, you have heard from him. In case you want to start up a fish farm, all you need is just maybe a tank like this, or if you have the money to buy maybe a collapsible tank like that one, or like the normal tarpaulin tank, or if you can do an 18 pond, depends on you. Fish farming, as you heard from him, is really, really profitable. So if you are thinking of starting up a fish farm, I hope you have gotten some ideas on how and what to do and what not to do, and how to actually start up your fish farm and be successful. So I'll be doing more videos for you guys on fish farming and also poultry farming, and also how to grow some of the little crops you can grow in your environment. So if that's what you want to learn, do well to like this video, subscribe to our YouTube channel, and also turn on the notification bell so that anytime we post a video, you'll get notified by YouTube. Thank you once again, guys. Do have a nice day, and peace.